at Jerwood, and I sail the 470. I think the thing that excites me the most about sailing would be the competition. Just being able to get out there and compete against people from all around the world. And I mean, when you get to our level, you tend to see the same faces again and again, but it is so cool just to get out there and see how you can improve, and the fact that you don't stop improving, really. You can always get better. So my first boat was a mudlark. So I think you only have them in WA, but they're basically like a little plank of wood with a tiny little triangle sail, and you sit there, and if you're small enough, the boom will just go over your head. It was my granddad, he rubbed it down and painted it like Nemo, so it was orange with little white stripes, and yeah, it was called Nemo. Favourite boat I've ever sailed? I honestly think the 420 is a great boat. Like, I know that's a terrible answer, but as like a youth sailor coming out of the Optimist, it is quite fast for a little Opti kid, and you learn so much from it. It's quite technical, does go pretty quick, and the fleet size is quite great. So yeah, it's always got a place in my heart, the 420. Foiling windsurfer. I'd love to have a go on them. They look awesome. My windsurfing skills are not good enough to start foiling yet, so I think I'd be a danger to myself. So maybe in the future, I would definitely like to have a go. Oh, this one's a little bit biased. Like, it sounds cheesy, but Enoshima is pretty cool. With like Mount Fuji in the background, and then you get these days of huge swell, and you're going down these waves, and you're not really sure if you're going to pop up on the other side or just keep going down. It gets a little bit scary, but it's so much fun. So as cheesy as it sounds, yeah, Enoshima is pretty awesome. I can't really pinpoint my first memory of Ronstan. I'm sure it would have been at a mudlark event, probably a sponsorship or getting new Ronstan stuff. I do remember winning a Ronstan voucher in the Optimist and just buying as many orbit blocks as I could. But yeah, not sure of my very first memory. My favourite Ronstan part would have to be the battle stick. Started off in the Opti with it, and then you get to the 470, you're able to, like, it's your piece of equipment, crew can't really touch it, you can whack them with it if they get too close, you know, it's great. My advice would probably be to not expect it to go to plan. You have a plan in mind, it's probably not going to work out exactly how you think it will work out, but just to keep going. Like, even in the really tough times, don't give up and don't quit because of a bad event, because everyone has them. Just to keep going and keep showing up to training and listening to your coach, and it's definitely possible. I think the best thing about sailing with Monique is, like, I mean, we've only been sailing together for 5 years, but we have gone through so many ups and downs in those 5 years that you become such a strong team and with such a strong bond that I know Monique has my back no matter what happens, good or bad. I can always rely on her, and I think that's the best thing about sailing with someone for that long and in a pair. The worst thing about sailing with Monique, I think probably the fact that she was quite an accomplished skipper when I first started sailing with her. So a lot of people say in double-handed boats, the skipper can always see the crew's mistakes and they'll always comment on it. And the problem with sailing with Monique is that she's has been such a good skipper in the past. She knows exactly what you're doing wrong if you do a mistake. So I can't really get away with anything on the boat, I would say, is probably the biggest issue. That and maybe her hate of coriander. I'm not allowed to use it in anything. Yeah.